Hello everyone, and a warm welcome to Stu's Hobby Box. As you can see in front of us, we have the next model bus that comes from my 1/76 scale model bus collection. So without any more delay, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Leyland Titan B15 in London Transport livery, also in 1/76 scale. If you missed last week's model bus video, I'll pop a card on screen now. I'll also put the link to the video in the description below. I would ask kindly if you wouldn't mind giving this video a thumbs up, as it will give this video a little boost. It will also help the channel grow. Also, there's plenty more model bus videos just like this to come, so hit the subscribe button and tick the notification bell to be guaranteed to not miss any new model bus videos. Okay, so I now know what you're probably saying or thinking. Stu, we've already seen a Leyland Titan B15, as indeed the very first model bus video was indeed the Leyland Titan in London Transport livery, just like this. However, this is the second version of the Leyland Titan that EFE made. Okay, so we're going to start with the front of this Leyland Titan B15 model bus, and the way we're going to do it, just like with the other two buses, is we're going to work from the bottom and go to the top on this double decker so we can get all the details in perfect. So starting at the bottom of this double decker Leyland Titan B15 in London Transport livery, and one of the first things that we can see, of course, is the registration plate, which reads NUW546Y. Then either side of this registration plate, we can see this bumper spotlights again, either side on this grey bumper. Moving on up slightly, we can also then see the East London logo that sits just beside on the front there. Moving on up, we can see this very recognisable front Leyland grille with the Leyland badge right in the middle. And then either side of this same area, we can see the two main beam headlights, as well as the white running lights and indicator lights, which looks fantastic. Moved on up, before the driver's windows here, we can see a little sign that says Pay Driver. And then just looking inside where the driver cab is, we can see another blue ticket machine, which is quite famous for these Leyland Titan B15s. And then we can also see on the front windscreen a couple of window wipers, and above we can also see the wing mirrors right there. Now we move slightly up on the top of deck of this Leyland Titan B15 model bus. We can see that this bus is on route 277 to Canary Wharf. Now I believe that Canary Wharf is probably London's tallest building, but I'm not quite sure there, as I've not lived in London for many years, but I do believe it is indeed. And then as we look on the very top, we can see the window star on the top deck, and then we can also see some advertising for the Canary Wharf. So we now move on to the left side of this Leyland Titan B15 model bus, and a couple of key features that I want to point out from the first Leyland Titan B15 we see on the first video. We can see that it does have the double doors, or the double doors, and on this bus, however, we've got two red doors, but they still mean the same. So the front doors are for entrance only, and the rear doors, as you can see there, has the ticket for exit only. We can also see that it has a destination blind. It does say 277 again, has various stops on there as well. And then moving down the bus, we can see the London Bus Roundel just on the middle panel over there, just beside the middle doors. Moving on down a bit more, we can see a couple of grills. I'm guessing that will provide cooling air, or maybe it will also allow maybe hot air to escape the vehicle. Moving on up, we can see an advertising board that says "You can't miss it, bus 277 to Canary Wharf." We'll see a bit more of a detail on the other side in a moment. And then just at the front door here, we can also see the East London logo again. And then just finally, we can see the window style. We now move towards the back of the Leyland Titan B15 model bus, and working from the top we can see the emergency door hatch at the top there. Moving on down we can see another air grille that's on the left side of the back of the bus. In the middle we can also see the route number again, 277. Moving on down we can see the iconic and famous Leyland Titan B15 square rear window, which I think makes it look very iconic, very nice, very unique. And then just on the right side here we can also see the registration plate again, which reads NUW 564Y. Moving on down we can then see the engine cover here. Now the engine cover doesn't open on this model, but it is in the model molding, so we can definitely see it. Moving on down to the bottom we can see the Leyland Titan nameplate. It is obviously missing the Leyland badge on this side like we saw on the first one, but it's definitely deleted on this one. And then either side we can see of course the brake clusters, the brake lights, the indicator light, and of course the reversing light. And at the very bottom, to finish things off at the back here, is of course the grey back bumper we can see right there. Now we are on the right side of this Leyland Titan B15. A couple of key features of course is at the back here we've got the big grille fan here. Then that would have a fan turning around when the bus is in motion. Then beside that we've got the emergency door. At the bottom of the emergency door we can see the exhaust. Moving down the bus we can see the interior view again, the styling of the interior. Then moving down even slightly we can see the London Bus Roundel again. Then in the middle here we can see a bit more clearer of the advertising, which says again, you can't miss it, Bus 277 to Canary Wharf, and it has a picture indeed of the Canary Wharf building. Beside this we have a couple of air grills again. I'm not quite sure what they would be for, maybe for air conditioning of some kind. Then moving down we can see the fuel filler cap, as well as an indicator just before the front wheels. And then finally on the right side window style here we can see the driver's cab as well. So as you can see we've moved in a little bit closer, as there are a couple of extra letters and numbers we can see in front of us just under this East London logo. Now I'm not quite sure what these numbers and letters are, but they do read as BW112 and T564. Now the first one, BW112, I'm not quite sure exactly what that would mean, so if you are watching and you do know what that means, then it'd be great to learn about it in the comment section below if you don't mind adding it to that. But I do believe that perhaps T564 is the fleet number to this bus, and maybe it's classified as T500, so maybe this is the 500 Titan that's been in service. But someone else can let me know in the comments if that is correct indeed. Thank you. Okay, so this model bus is actually made by our good friends at EFE, Exclusive First Editions, and I have to say they've done an excellent job at recreating one of my favourite buses of all time, which is the Leyland Titan B15. Now I do remember when these model buses were actually introduced. It was in a model magazine that I purchased, and I saw the advertising and immediately went down to my model shop and I told them they need to order me a couple of these as I wanted them, and I got the first two. So I was very happy of course when they announced it, and yeah, I'm over the moon that I got them. I remember, I can't remember exactly how old I was, but I was definitely very young, and I remember that I was with my auntie at the time, and of course my mum and my dad and my family and all, and what happened is my auntie was pregnant, and yeah, she started to go into labour just as we're luckily pulling up next to a hospital. So the driver just said open the emergency door and get her into the hospital straight away. So we did that, and she actually gave birth to twins. So I can say, maybe say it was a very special and very lucky day for sure. And it was of course on one of my favourite model bus, or one of my favourite buses of all time. And that just about wraps it up for this week's model bus video. So what's your opinion on this Pacific Leyland Titan B15 model? Are you a fan? Do you like this type of a livery on the Leyland Titan B15? Or did you prefer the livery, the first livery on the first Leyland Titan B15 model bus video that we did at the beginning of this series? Let me know in the comments what you think, and it'd be great to read. I would ask kindly if you wouldn't mind giving this video a thumbs up once again, just to give this video a little boost. It'll also help the channel grow, which I would be appreciated of. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tick the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any more model bus videos and future content on the channel coming soon. So I'd like to just say thank you very much for watching. Please take care, and I'll see you all on the next video.